Welcome to the 2023 CSA season. We just launched, our shares are live, but because A, we're running late, B, it's a new software, and C, we have some changes this year, we thought we would try doing this tutorial video to expedite the sign-up process or to provide a little bit more context for things. So here we are at our website. You've probably already found this. We want to emphasize that when you're signing up for the CSA, you're not just buying foods, it's not straight e-commerce, but you're signing up for a whole project. And so it's really important that you kind of peruse the website and learn about what you're doing. So we would encourage folks to read the member agreement. We encourage you to read the FAQ. We encourage you to learn about our farmers and producers. These are all the folks that we work with up here in the Catskills. And we encourage you to learn about what you're signing up for. So on this homepage, we have a little link here to explain what's in the share. And we also have a sliding scale project because we recognize people have different incomes and may be able to afford food differently, and we want to make sure that everybody can take advantage of this gorgeous food up here. So it's an honor system thing. You can peruse this, you can throw in your annual income, and like it kind of suggests which tier you might want to go for. Oops, that's there we go. Now maybe I want to go for this tier that is tier 2. It's roughly the same. So when I check out, I'm going to go to type in tier 2 at the discount code area. If you're doing well, go on vacations. Don't look at prices when you're at the grocery store. We recommend going for tier 3, which is the default tier that the prices are at right now. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck like most of us, you might consider tier 1, where you get a 23% discount. The way we work with farmers is that we mark everything up 30% to cover for transportation, bags, boxes, bins, and the labor it takes to aggregate and pack and drive all of this stuff. So it's not necessarily profit, but we want to make sure that the farmers get their base price, so that's why we're not going any more than 20% down. However, if it still seems uncomfortable for you, please reach out to us, and we're going to try to get you food no matter what. At any rate, to go about ordering, you can go to the store. You can get to the store through this top bar, through this beautiful banner, or through this button. This is what our store looks like this year. Again, there's more context. You can read about it here. You can read about us over here and how it's working. But the big change this year is that in order to take advantage of all of these companion products down here through the 40 other farms we work with, you either have to sign up for a veggie share, or this year you can sign up for a build your own share. So say you're an avid gardener and you get plenty of veggies and you don't really want the veggies, but you do want everything else, you might consider a build your own share. But most of us are going to get veggies, so we would go ahead and click on this veggie. We have different options. Our CSA runs from May 30th to November 21st, but if you just want a chunk of that time, say you're going to be around the summer but busy in the fall, you might just do the May 30th to August 29th option, which is summer only. Or if you're out of town in Europe all summer having a lovely vacation, you might just do a fall share from September 5th through November 21st. But most of us are around all the time and are going to want to sign up for a veggie share. And once you get to this page, you can do the traditional CSA model, which benefits the farms, because basically what we do is, with all this cash that we get up front, we plant all of our veggies, we pay for all the fertilizer and amendments and spring labor, and then once the veggies start coming in and we have cash flow, then, you know, then we'll be okay. But in the spring, it's really helpful to have a little chunk of change. However, clearly, not everybody has $1,000 sitting in their checking account that you can spend on food right away. So you can also choose to just pay weekly, which is totally fine. And another change that we have this year is that usually we just do a full share that you can get weekly or every other week, but this year we are experimenting with fewer vegetables. So if you want a smaller physical share, you can order a half share. I'm gonna go for the full share, but I don't have $1,000 right now, so I'm going to pay weekly. This is the one I'm gonna go for. And we have to choose our delivery frequency. I think I only want veggies every other week because I grow them. So I'm gonna go with the bi-weekly. I'm gonna add that to my basket. And now I get to choose where I'm going to pick up. There's lots of pickup locations. We have like 40 of them. So to expedite that, I'm just going to type in my zip code, or your full address if you live in the city is probably better, because then you can, there's lots of options around and it'll get the closest one to you. But the closest one to me is my farm, our farm. And but nearby I have Sweet Meadows, Hobart Exchange, Farmers Museum, Black Oak Tavern. These are all within 30 minutes of where I live. But I'm going to go ahead and choose our farm. And now I can either, if that's all I want, I can just check out. Or if I want to take advantage of some of these other beautiful products, I can. I think it's really important to note, though, that tier system that we were talking about before and paying up front is really just about the veggies. Everything else you're going to get charged weekly, and there's no tier. And that's just to make sure that all of those farms get their price that they need in order to like produce those items. The veggie farms, it's more like a profit shared venture that we're all doing together, so there's a little more flexibility. But with these guys, we really want to make sure the farms get paid out. So I really love goat milk, and so I'm gonna order some goat milk. This is yogurt. I'm gonna get one, and I'm going to get it, when do I want to get it? With every pickup, which, remember, is every other week, because I signed up for every other week. So I'm going to add this to my basket, and now I'm going to proceed to checkout, and these are the items that I'm getting, and this is what I'm going to be billed every time I get these items, because I chose to be billed when they show up, not all up at the front. But I am going to enter the discount code for the veggie share because I live paycheck to paycheck. So I'm going to choose tier 1. So you can see now that takes $8 off my share, and so now my weekly, or whenever I get the delivery, it's every other week, I'm going to be charged $40, basically $38.95. Say I wanted to choose tier 2, because actually I can afford that, as it turns out, then $4.50 comes off the total, and I'll be paying $43 every 2 weeks, which seems reasonable, so I'm going to go for that. The rest of the checkout is pretty self-explanatory, but I should mention that in order to log in here, you have to create an account to begin with. But that's pretty typical. So you just put in your username and your password, and then it remembers you, so you can do all sorts of things later in the year if you want to. However, sometimes we don't actually need to order veggies because, for instance, I'm a veggie farmer. So I'm going to go to our new model, which is a build your own share model. And in this one, you're really you're choosing your frequency. So I'm going to do one for summer and fall. this one is weekly because once you go to the other companion products, you can choose whether you want them once or every other week or monthly. So you determine the frequency down here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. The price is 0 because you're not, you're going to be paying for everything down here. You don't have to pay twice. So I'm going to add that to my basket. But that just shows that it gives us the delivery. It gives us the option to buy all this stuff. So this time I'm going to get a mushroom share, but this one I only want once a month. So I'm going to choose it monthly. And I also want kimchi because I really love kimchi. So I'm also going to order kimchi, a big one, once a month too. And then another cool feature, as I was talking about earlier, how I like dairy. So, but I really am allergic to cow milk. So I really just want goat dairy. So you can also sort by farm. Like, say if you have a favorite farm that you want to work with, you can just choose that farm and order whatever products they have, which is also kind of a cool feature. So I'm going to get that goat milk yogurt that I was going to get last time again. But this one I want every other week. So I'm going to choose that one every other week. Cool. And then now when I go to log out, these are the wonderful things that I can get. I don't need to enter a discount code anymore or a tier code because the price is 0. And like I said before, we have to pay the farmers their basic price on all the other products, so there is no discount for these guys. But now I'm going to be charged $35.69, and that is going to happen every time these things, I'll be charged, $15 every time the kimchi gets delivered, $10 every time the mushroom gets delivered, and $10 every time the goat milk gets delivered. So I'll be paying this twice a month and paying these fees once a month. So it's a little bit better because it spaces out those payments throughout the year. And so the traditional CSA option is still just the veggie share at the beginning of the year. But now I can check that out. And one other option is to say you want to get veggies every other week, but you want to be able to get milk or bread or eggs every week. Then you would choose your every other week veggie, but you would have to get a build your own box to get the every week everything else, because if you chose an every other week veggie, all your companion products would be matched to that delivery schedule, and you'd only be able to get them every other week. So if you want some things every week but veggies every other week, then you're going to sign up for both a veggie share and a build your own box share. So I think that's basically it. I hope this has been useful. I hope that you guys enjoy the food. We really love feeding you. I think I should also mention, though, that like I was saying before, when you sign up for the CSA, you're signing up for a whole project. The food that gets delivered through the CSA creates a trucking infrastructure that we use for all of our other projects. We do mutual aid projects, we do farm to school projects, and the fact that this is sort of a vertically integrated project where we're driving all over the place anyway to deliver food to the CSA members enables us to also provide food to the mutual aid groups that we work with and the farm to institutions work that we do upstate, also a lot of food pantries upstate. And so by participating in the CSA, even if you're not donating to the Food Justice Fund or, helping buy a solidarity share, just by participating, you're really helping out all of our other projects. And so we thank you for that. And thank you for all your support over the years. If you want to learn more about the larger project, because this year we've switched to a nonprofit model that is called Catskills Agrarian Alliance, and you can learn all about what we're doing here and all of our programs, among which the CSA is one of them. And so we just encourage you guys to scroll around and learn more and get involved. Thanks so much.